Afternoon. Welcome to Elon Law School, and we'd like to welcome you to a happy Earth Day here at Elon. We are thrilled to have you here for a special announcement between Elon Law School and Vermont Law School. And on this occasion, we will have first our Dean, Luke Bierman, and then Ann Linehan, who is the Director of the Environmental Law Center at Vermont Law School, bring remarks. And then we'll hear from John Dow, who is a second-year student here at the law school and the president of the Environmental and Animal Law Society here at Elon. Dean Bierman.
Thank you all for being here. Today, of course, Earth Day, we're all environmentalists today, and we have a nice announcement to coincide with that. I'm Luke Bierman. I'm the Dean of the Law School here at Elon Law, and I'm delighted to announce that how Elon Law is going to be celebrating Law Day today. And we are celebrating by announcing a dual degree program with Vermont Law School. Our students will be able to earn in 2.5 years a JD and a MELP, a Master in Environmental Law and Policy. This will allow our students to work with the leading environmental law school in the country. It will allow our students to enhance their credentials. They will be able to enhance their credentials in a way that is quicker, cheaper, and better. And that's really what we're about here at Elon Law School. Elon and Vermont Law School partnership that we are announcing today reflects a very modern day sensibility for collaboration and efficiency and focus on what is probably that there's no more important issue for us to worry about, the environment, something that is not just a current issue, not just a long-term issue, but really a perpetual issue. It's something that we should be concerned about now, tomorrow, and forever. And in North Carolina, that will lead, we hope, for our students better job opportunities and resolving problems that we face here in areas like conservation and energy, food and agriculture, things that are very important to us here in North Carolina. And of course, doing that with Vermont, the leading law school in the environmental law area, will enhance our students' capabilities and their capacity, and something that we're very excited about. This is very consistent with the program that we are putting together for our students, very consistent with what we think is a better education for our students and what we think is appropriate for right now in preparing lawyers to solve the problems that we face. And certainly, again, there is no greater problem for us to face than those facing our environment. With that, I take great pleasure in introducing Ann Linehan, who is from Vermont Law School, to talk about our partnership and what this program will mean for our students. Thank you. Ann?
Thank you, Dean Bierman. Hi, everyone. It's a real pleasure to be here at Elon Law School today. You have a beautiful campus, and I've really enjoyed seeing all the greenery outside and the warm weather. Back home in Vermont, I still have snow in my yard. The maple sugaring season is just winding down, so this is a real treat to be here. Everyone at Vermont Law School is excited and pleased about this new dual degree relationship with Elon. I know that Elon is really recognized for being an innovator in legal education, for putting a strong emphasis on practical skills and professional experience. And Vermont Law School, of course, is recognized for environmental law. We've been ranked #1 or #2 in environmental law in the country for the last 25 years. We're very proud of that. And I think this is going to be a really good collaboration between the two programs. I think that graduates of the dual degree are going to be really uniquely prepared to work on the big environmental challenges that the world is facing. I think it's going to be a great experience for the students, lots of terrific classes that they can take at Vermont, opportunities to participate in our environmental and energy clinics. So I think it's going to be a good collaboration. I look forward to welcoming Elon students to our campus. Thank you.
Thanks. Well, it's an honor to get to speak on behalf of the student body at such a significant moment. I feel, and I think that every student here at Elon Law would agree with me, that we as Elon students have a unique sense of pride in our school. Elon Law being so young, we get to have a different sense of connectedness with our school and a big sense of possibility embodied as an academic community. With this youngness brings a desire to think critically both about how we want this school to be and what we want it to be able to do for our futures and out in the community. By sheer coincidence, I was traveling to interview for summer positions a few days after we announced that we were using the trimester system with some of our incoming students and classes. And a lot of my interviewers felt that it was time for a change in legal education. Today, we're making yet another timely step here at Elon Law. I had the chance this past summer to work alongside a number of students who were part of the program at Vermont Law. And it really was impressed on me that Vermont Law is a progressive school that really is trying to think about what's next and what legal education should be. So this collaboration is really going to lead to wonderful things for both programs and for students at both schools. Elon Law is really characterized by professors and administrators who want to build a school that can serve as a launch pad for its students. And this partnership is going to serve that end and create exceptional new opportunities for students here at Elon Law. And I'm very excited to see my law school grow. And on behalf of the Environmental and Animal Law Society and all of the students here at Elon Law, I'd like to just give a big thank you to everyone who's worked so hard to make this partnership possible. Thank you.
Thank you very much, John. It's so good to see someone that you've taught come out and do so well. We are thrilled with this opportunity, and for me personally, both of these institutions are really dear to my heart, having taught at both Vermont Law and at Elon Law. And I'm very excited about the opportunities that this will present for students who have an interest in environmental law. North Carolina has lots of needs, as well as communities across the country and, in fact, the globe. And so we're thrilled to have this opportunity to launch our students. One important feature of our program is that our incoming students will be able to complete both degrees in 2.5 years. So this will be an opportunity to build that environmental expertise in a very expedient fashion. And it will also give our students the chance to have experiential learning hands-on in the #1 environmental law clinic in the country. And so with that, we thank you for coming. We invite you to commemorate this event at a tree planting ceremony, which will happen in our green space on the Elon, which is on the corner of Sternberger and Commerce Street. And this has been put together by our Environmental and Animal Law Society. Thanks very much for coming. We'll see you at the tree planting.
Can you talk a little bit about the structure of the program? I understand that I guess students will spend summers in Vermont, or how is the sort of curriculum set?
Basically students will come up to Vermont in the summer after their first year at Elon and take a number of classes as part of our summer session. The summer session at Vermont it's sort of a little block program, so it's short, intense classes that are 2 weeks long. We have over 30 different environmental law classes and a huge range of environmental subjects: energy, land use, food and agriculture. So students will take those classes the first summer. They have the opportunity to come back for a second summer and either participate in one of our clinics or take additional classes. We will allow them to transfer in a number of credits from Elon to count towards the master's degree. And they can also do an externship for master's credit as another way to finish the degree. So it's a very flexible program, lots of opportunities to specialize if students want to do that, or take a whole array of different classes if they want to do that.
If I can just add, one of the things that we're really pleased about is there's an online component. That's something that we're very interested in here. We see that as a look toward the future about how legal education will be delivered. So we'll have an opportunity to not only work with an experienced institution in that regard, but be able to sort of assess what it means for us as we continue to improve and continue to think about what our program ought to look like. So the flexibility that Ann talks about, but also some forward-looking technology that might be able to help us in other ways.
You mentioned maybe a couple of interesting, exciting things that your graduates have done in the field of environmental.
Oh, goodness. Well, we're definitely a national school. Not our student body is not just Vermonters. They come from all over the country and they go and head out all over the country. I believe we have a number of grads working at Duke Energy. That's the one North Carolina example I can think of off the cuff. We have a lot, excuse me? Yes, they have. We have a lot at EPA, at the Department of Justice Environmental Enforcement Section, the White House Council on Environmental Quality. On the federal side, a lot of our grads go and work in state environmental agencies, and then a lot of nonprofit organizations, Sierra Club, World Wildlife Fund, some smaller state and local environmental organizations. So it's a big range, different types of organizations, and definitely working on all different subject areas within environmental law.
You talked about some of the experiential elements that they would be able to tap into through this. Can you be more specific about the types of experiences that they'll get?
Sure. So it's a very similar range to what our students are doing career-wise, in terms of the opportunities available to them. A lot of students going to federal agencies. They also go to law firms as well that have an environmental practice. There's placement support. I mean, our career services office, not surprisingly, specializes in environmental law. So there's a lot of support for students to find both internship placements and careers in the environmental field. Yes. Yep. We have an environmental and natural resources law clinic, which is a litigation clinic. They're working on cases all over the country, not just Vermont, and on a range of topics. Generally, they all have an environmental justice focus to the cases that they're working on. They're looking at a coal mine case, a pipeline case. They just settled a case with Jay Peak Ski Area, which is in northern Vermont, that was polluting the rivers and streams coming off the ski mountain, and the clinic worked on that case. So range of cases there. We also have a new energy clinic. The Elon students could participate in the energy clinic in the summer. That is not a litigation clinic, but the students are working primarily on community solar projects, helping local towns in Vermont that want to develop community solar.
And if I can just add, as you know, we've become deeply committed over the years, and even more committed to experiential learning and making sure that our students have experiences out in the real world, out in practicing law and judges' chambers and so forth. So to be able to ensure that that commitment is fulfilled for our students, we made sure, and we're very pleased that Vermont has these kinds of opportunities that are much more practical oriented, the clinics, the externships, and other things. I think you're probably aware, we will require every student entering in the fall to have a full-time, or what we're calling a residency in practice. The kinds of opportunities that students who are interested in the dual degree program will be very complementary to that commitment that we have. So we're very pleased that Vermont has those opportunities for our students, and that was not lost on us in entering this partnership.
Is this the first partnership like this for Vermont Law, or do you have other partnerships?
No, we have several other partnerships. We have a few with other law schools that have a JD from the Home Law School and the Master of Environmental Law and Policy from Vermont. We have one with the University of South Carolina, University of South Dakota, Northeastern Law School in Boston. The old joke was that you had to have North or South in your name to have a dual degree, but then we partnered up with Quinnipiac Law School in Connecticut and now Elon. We also have dual degrees of other types. We have one with Yale University with their Master of Environmental Management, and we have one with Cambridge University that's an MPhil in land economy.
Anything else? Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.